How's it going, fleas that live on my ass? It's Mr. Fritchie Boy, and we're gonna be doing another pack unopening. We got Throne of Eldraine, set on the plane of Eldraine. Magic plus fairy tales. This is a very cool set. It has a lot of nice pulls. For me, I'm looking for a great henge. I believe this is the set when it came out. It broke standard, modern, and many formats with Oko, a crazy planeswalker that the design team totally overlooked. But that's alright. If you just ban it out, we can all pretend it never happened. We got the Queen of Ice, a stunner that also taps creatures on combat. Seems super cool in that white-blue commander that pays off tapping. Fun. I love this set because every card looks like it kind of tells a story. Each card looks like it fits into the world very well. We got a cool paladin with if at least 3 or white mana was spent to cast this, he enters with a 1/1 counter. Kind of a shitty boost, but it's just a limited bulk. I remember when the set came out, a lot of people were freaking out thinking power creep has gone too far. But now, if you look at any Modern Horizons set or anything like that, this isn't too bad. The only thing that was ridiculous, in the set was Oko. That was just unreasonable. And that compared to like Ikoria with the companion commanders that they just had to keep eroding and changing and banning in formats. You know, and it's not just one card like Oko, it's many cards part of a mechanic. Yeah, this set doesn't look too bad with power creep. But speaking of power creep with magic, it's funny, a long time, like the only real power creep consistently was the creatures. The creatures originally in Magic sucked. The best you could get was a Savannah Lion, and that would reign on top for many years. You know, and it took forever, and many creatures that were printed had drawbacks, weaknesses. So power creep for Magic for the longest time was mostly affecting the creatures because the spells when they first came out were completely busted. You know, we had Time Walk, we had Ancestral Recall. You know, you just had the Power 9, and you had other cards that came out early on like Force of Will. Stuff that just busted the game, Necropotence, that just cracked the game wide open. The creatures, on the other hand, did not do that for a long time. This is a hit. This is a great hit. This card, a lot of people overlook it if you're a new player because you just think it's a tap land that puts a spell back on top, which, yeah, but the thing that makes it busted is it's tutorable. It's an island. You can search for it with fetch lands. Very nice. Probably a $1 hit. Yeah, but so a long time people always complain about power creep. But I'd say around this era is when you could argue that the spells are catching up to the power creep of the creatures. So like I said earlier, we got the Great Henge. All of our spell cards have many effects. It's efficient. The big thing I think you could argue for power creep with the spells, not just creatures, is starting to become ridiculous and match the pace of creatures is the free counter spells. That stuff finally is power creeping the original spells. Obviously, we'll probably never get a power crept Time Walk or anything, but if you exclude those, we're totally experiencing an era of power creep on the spells, not just the creatures. Kind of changing the fundamentals of the game, the pacing, the power level. Harder to be casual, that's for sure. We got Turn into a Pumpkin. Super cool. I like that art. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, draw a card. If you spent 3 blue mana on it, create a food token. So, seems like the set has a cool sub-theme of rewarding monocolor. I like that a lot. That's super cool. Unique. You don't see too many monocolor payoffs. Everything's multicolor. This was a set I definitely did not get to appreciate nearly enough. I believe I only opened a handful of packs when it came out. We got a cool counter spell that's equal to the number of cards in graveyard of its controller. Nice. equal to converting cost, or a kill spell, also equal to cards in graveyard of the controller. Versatile for 2 mana. Situational, but if you're a mill deck, basically free counter spell or kill spell. That's great. Super cool. So, I don't think there's too many crazy cards outside of the bombs, but that's alright. If you spent 3 of any of the same color on this one, you draw a card. Oh, that's such a cool limited freebie. You know, if you need help filling out your deck or just want something generically good, they got you. And look at that guy. He's a little cutie pie. Oh, I love it. Alright, we got one more uncommon, I believe, then our rare. No, our rare. Venture, such a cool mechanic. We got some fairies. Fairies were obviously a huge supported tribe of this set. Didn't seem like they went as crazy as a lot of sets do with specific color pairings being for specific tribes, but blue-black is definitely fairies. 2 mana, just 1/4 flying, that's alright. 2 mana, discard 2 cards, return to your hand so you can redo the adventure. The adventure is 4 mana for a sorcery. Choose a non-creature card you own from outside the game, reveal it, put it into your hand. So commander, that literally does nothing. That rule doesn't work. You're not allowed to just grab any card. In 1v1 format, that means you get any card from your sideboard. So 15 extra cards. Seems niche. Kind of seems bulk. That's alright. That's alright. And our land. Ooh. That's pretty cool. I like the art. It's actually a pretty cool land. It kind of looks like it could be a creature land. Well, what do you guys think of Throne of Eldraine? Forgot to mention this, but food was a super huge mechanic of the set. Love when they introduced food to Magic. I think it added a little more nuance. It was a cool archetype that they're still supporting in many different sets. Glad they introduced it. By themselves, they're kind of trash, worse than like almost worse than most artifact tokens you can create. But with specific payoffs, they're better than a lot of them. By themselves, worse than a Clue. With the payoffs, better than Clue. Top tier. Not as good as Treasures, though. Alright, guys, let me know what you think of Throne of Eldraine. Is this set your jam? You love it? You hate it? Let me know. And I want to hear your ranking of artifact tokens, too, while you're down there. Alright, doodles.